You're listening to the Reluctant Adult Podcast. If you like what you're hearing, follow us on social media and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This is the way.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million.
This week from the internet. Sun's out, fun's out. Collectors hoping to snag NECA'S TMNT exclusive get burned by extra charges. Plus, Ross Dress for Less wears out its welcome with collectors by charging more than retail for toys we didn't even want in the first place. And Super 7 repaints G.I. Joes in Tiger Force camo, but they still can't hide from the clearance aisle. It's the Reluctant Adult Podcast.
Don't you be a dummy! Buckle your safety belt!
Think, Billy. It's morphin' time! Huh?
Oh, welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man who didn't start the fire, Bill!
Hi, everyone. That's right, but I'm always ready to party, so...
I didn't start the fire. Someone said that we could recreate the lyrics to that song just from events that happened in the last 2 weeks or so. Which I
Well,
think
they
is-
already redid that song with
That's
events
right. They
that happened.
continued it. Yeah.
There was another
well,
band.
Let's do a new one. Let's get
Another
another one
band.
going.
I feel like it could be a weekly thing.
Right. They
at this
should
point.
just do a weekly.
There's so much. Once a week.
song.
Once a week, drop
Yeah.
a new We Didn't Start the Fire. See how long
So
we can go.
historians, because you know, in the future, kids aren't gonna like have textbooks or like go to history class. But if they can like throw on the first 30 seconds of a song, that
Yeah.
might be the extent of what they are willing to do.
Right. First 30
which counts
seconds.
as learning. Just
If they're not interested, if they're not interested after that, forget about it. They're not learning.
swipe left. All right.
Yep.
Whatever. They're not learning. Nobody's learning. We've all learned as much as we're gonna learn. We just have to keep going with our current knowledge set. AI is going to take care of the rest of it. Today, I asked ChatGPT how to reheat spaghetti. And my wife's like, we're doomed. I was like, I wanted to know the correct time. And then she
Yeah.
had to show me how to set our microwave to like medium speed or power or whatever you call it.
Medium power.
Because you have to put in the time first, and then you have to
Max.
choose your
Max
power.
power.
Max. I know. No, I did. It said do medium or half or whatever. But it was
Homer's
delicious.
nickname.
Yeah. So hopefully
new
the show
name.
airs. If you're
Hopefully.
if you're following the news, which I do not suggest. I do not suggest following the news. No,
Or you can
it'll
follow
be
Toy
fine.
News. Toy News is fun.
You can follow Toy News. That's probably better. There's still some drama in Toy News, but less bombs being dropped. Unless you're a G.I. Joe collector, then pick up that brand new police lieutenant action figure or whatever. Not that there's ever a good time to put out a cop toy, but probably not the best timing on that one.
Yeah.
Or maybe it is. I hope Hasbro is tracking if you had any large orders for the cop action figure. Where are those going? Who's stocking up?
They had the firefighter. I mean, there's precedence. They hit the firefighter.
No,
first,
firefighter.
so.
Yeah, but firefighters are fine. There's never.
They get a pass, huh?
There's never,
no matter what.
No one,
they get a pass.
There's never a defund the firefighters campaign.
No,
we're
God.
always fine with firefighters, and they're
Don't
volunteers.
send the fire. Hey, don't not put out my burning building where all my stuff is in right now.
We don't even have to pay for that, right? If they come and put out your fire, we don't send them a check. Like they don't send us
your
a
neighbor
bill.
does. It's the taxes, man.
Oh, through taxes, yeah.
Yeah, it's the courtesy of your neighbor. Thank you, neighbor.
Well, that's the same reason my car insurance keeps going up. It's like I'm like, I haven't had an accident, in forever. And they're like, oh, well, the area. I was like, no, I can't be responsible for the other drivers. That's not fair.
No, of course not.
But anyways, let's see. Let me tell this story before I forget. So last week I talked about how I want to sell everything. Everything must go. And that is still the case. And I'll get into that a little bit this week. But ideally, I would sell things not through eBay to avoid, their fees, because they take 15%. And when you get that final amount that hits your bank, you're like, what the fuck? Where did all my money go?
That's why I'm so hesitant to sell.
That's a good business model. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I think we need to just turn ourselves into the Home Shopping Network and be, like Michael Jordan rookie card,
There we go.
all that good stuff. So we'll work on that. Maybe that'll be a secondary show.
McFarlane movie Maniacs Jaws playset.
Whoa,
There it
Jaws!
goes. It's making an appearance right now.
There you go. It's Jaws night. We're celebrating the 50th anniversary. I can't believe there's a movie that's 50 years old that we're still talking about.
This is why this is exciting, and we'll get into that later. We got to do our hooks first. If we get our hooks out of the way, then we can just rant and rave.
Someone told me today that they don't like the hooks and that they skipped them. And I did not respond,
fine.
but if I did, I would say, I don't care. I love them. They are
hooks are
very
fun.
helpful to me. They are very helpful to me.
They keep us on track. You don't have to listen to the whole podcast.
You can skip it. Yeah, you skip
You know
around.
what you need to do? Put a little timestamp in. Skip to this.
Well,
if you want,
he also did suggest that, and I just needed to figure out how to do that. If AI can do it for me, because I'm not going to sit there. I
sure can.
I listened to the show. First of all, I listened to the show first when we record it.
Yeah.
Second, when I edit it for audio. Third, when I edit it for video, for the YouTube, with a full video. And then another time when I splice it up to make the TikToks. So
Paul does
by
the work
the end
here,
of the
people.
week... Yeah, I do the work.
Yeah,
I put in.
I
do the
show
work.
up.
No
I
days
provide
off.
my lovely voice, and then I'm out the door.
No, you are.
I don't know what I am.
No, you are instrumental. You are.
I know
like,
I'm
I was gonna say you're
instrumental.
like an actor. You're like you're not like part of the crew. Like I'm the crew, and the star. But you're the co-star. You're my co-star. I couldn't do it without you. I don't even know. I would need.
I'm the
maybe I
zany
could do if there was an
sidekick.
AI you.
I'm like
yeah.
I'm like the relatable stand-in. Everybody who listens and
That's
watches
right.
can
You
be
are-
like,
you
let
are
me
the
put
everyman.
myself in Bill's place, so I might also converse with the head of the show.
Plus, you are a little bit like AI because you always have the knowledge that I don't have. You give this show credibility because you know stuff. I'll just be making stuff up and saying it like it's true, but you'll be like, actually, Star Wars came out in '78, and it didn't have the title A New Hope originally.
No, that's
Is that
true.
wrong? See,
Well, it came out in '77.
that part's right. Close enough. Okay, before we get into anything, I do want to tell the story because this was interesting to me. So I've been selling stuff. I want to sell the big stuff in person, like through Facebook groups or whatever, because I don't want to ship it because God forbid it gets damaged and it's also going to cost a lot. I don't want to deal with that. So I have this big, or I had this big 3-0 Power Rangers 1/6 12-inch figures. I was so excited about these when they first popped up for pre-order on Entertainment Earth. I got the 6-pack because it was cheaper because you get the 5 Rangers plus the Green Ranger. So I got it. I got them as the 6-pack, not realizing they were coming in one box. Like I thought they'd be still individually boxed. Not the case. That's probably why it's cheaper. When they came in stock, I was so excited to get them. The single sets came in stock first. So I was like, order. And then I tried to cancel the order for the 6-pack and I couldn't. So I ended up with 2 of each of them, technically. So I've just had this big 6-pack and I just sort of had it in the closet, not doing anything with it. So I'm like, it's time to go. Time to get rid of it. So I posted it and somebody bought it for what it cost. So I didn't lose a dime.
Okay.
And they were like, okay, where do you want to meet to pick it up? And I was like, Target. So tonight they met me at Target And, I'm like, I'll be there in my green hat. And they found me, and they come up. And the thing, I've talked about this before, Power Ranger fans, all types, all sizes, all colors, all whatever, you never know who's going to be a Power Ranger fan. There's no like, oh, you look like a Power Rangers fan, because they look like everything. We're all different. So this gentleman walks up. I don't know that he works at a tattoo shop, but I'm just going to say, to help paint the picture, he has like the ear hole, that's like gives him the saggy ear. You know what I'm talking about?
Gauge,
like they put the gauge ear, but there was nothing there, so it was just sagging.
See that
So
floppy
him
lobe.
and his girlfriend, he's got a floppy lobe.
Yeah,
So
floppy lobe.
floppy lobe walks up.
That's
I was
that's what they call
communicating
Lisa
with-
Loeb now. They call her floppy lobe.
Poor Lisa Loeb.
No, I love Lisa Loeb.
Well,
she does all right.
You love Lisa. She's fine. So I was communicating with his girlfriend. Maybe the gentleman doesn't have Facebook. So I was like, oh, when they get there, I'm like showing it off like Vanna White. I'm like, this.
Yeah.
You look at this. It's great for autographs. So then he's like paying me through Zelle.
Yeah.
And so he's like not listening. So I'm just trying to make small talk. So I'm talking to the girl. I'm like, oh, you a big fan? And she's like, no, he is. It's like she doesn't give a fuck at all.
Yeah.
But then, finally the money goes through. It's all good. And I'm like, oh, so you're a big fan? And he's like, yeah, I just had a suit commissioned. I'm going to be the Gold Ranger. And I was like, oh, from Zeo? And you could kind of see like, oh, like he realized that I really am a fan too. I'm not just like selling toys.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you got to go to Ranger Stop coming up in Orlando. Like, you got to go. Because I'm like, where are you going to wear this costume? And he's like, Halloween. I was like, you're going to pay to have a custom Power Ranger suit made and you're just going to wear it for Halloween? You got to be going to conventions, man. You got to go out there and have people see you.
Yeah.
So hopefully we see him. That'd be interesting if I saw him at Ranger Stop this year. I'd be like, hey, you, thanks for the money.
You'd be like, don't look at me. Oh.
Don't look at me. So when I try to put my finger through his ear. I always want to do that.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I made a sale. I was at Target. I'm not going to not go into Target. But, like, going into Target after making a sale is dangerous because then you're like, I got all the money in the world. Anything I buy is free. So I'm just, like, running through the aisles where it's like, oh, there's that Carlito Legends figure that's on sale for $13. I just got one yesterday. Let's just get another. He just got fired from the WWE. That'll probably be worth something. No. And then in the NECA section, they had like the individual turtles, the VHS turtles. Yeah. And I'm looking at those and I was like, good thing these are bad, or I probably would have picked those up too. And then my wife, I asked her what she wanted, and she just said she wanted some Skittles. So I got their Skittles. But then right next to the Skittles are the freeze dried Skittles, that are like exploded. And I'm like, I've never had those before. So I was like, let's get those too. So I was living it up. Had that Power Ranger money in my wallet. Let's see what I can buy now.
It's like you won.
It was like I won the lottery. And I didn't have to give 15% to eBay. So at least 15% of that I feel like is free money.
That's true. It gets you there.
So, yeah. Ugh, fees are the worst. Because you historically have not liked to sell things, at least in recent times. No. But you're thinking about it, right?
I used to.
Well, that's the thing. You just got to do one. You got to get back into the swing of it, because then it's like so exciting when you make that sale.
I feel like if I got into stuff, because I'm thinking about things, and I'm like, there's stuff that I haven't seen in years. It's like, what's it doing?
Right.
It's not doing anything.
It's having adventures behind your back. You don't even know. It's like Toy Story.
Potentially. It's not doing anything. So maybe, get into it.
Just throw it up.
I'm mulling some stuff. I've got things like, and like that's like the last 5 years too. It's like, what have I been collecting towards for the last 5 years? Yeah, I've just been buying stuff. I've just been buying stuff.
You just buy stuff,
and it's
that's
like
what we do. We buy stuff.
Yeah,
that's how this whole
sell it for either what
works.
we got it for, or sell it for a little bit more. We'll see.
If you can get back, because if you can get back what you paid, it's like you rented it. It's like you got to have your time with it, and then nothing was lost. You got your money back. It's fine.
I need to get out.
That's
I got
kind of
out
where
of
I'm
like
at.
the dopamine circle, which is good. So it's like,
sure.
It's like I don't go to Goodwill as much anymore because
Yeah, I've stopped going too. Yeah.
yeah, it's just
These little
it's
purchases,
not
they
there.
add up.
Yeah,
No.
but it's just not there.
Yeah, replace it with selling stuff. The
Yeah,
best
exactly.
is when you put it up as a like a buy it now with offers, and people will send you offers, and you can be like rejected.
Really think about it too.
It's like $1 less. So it's like, no, I want my
Yeah.
full value, sir.
oh,
Who lives and who dies? I decide. Yeah, so it's very fun. So I'll update. Oh, well, I guess while we're talking about this, so last week the big item that kind of got me all into this, I'll get this ball rolling. King size Homer Super 7. I told you I was mad that I couldn't find the box, because if I had
Yep.
the box, he was selling for like $500.
right.
So I did sell him on eBay. Did
Oh,
not get
congratulations.
$500, but I'm still very happy with how much I sold him for. Somebody
you sold them rather quick.
yeah, well, that's the thing. I usually will hold off and see if
Yeah.
more people will. But this guy, like, he was very close to what I said as the buy it now. So really, what I should have done is just put the buy it now at 500 and seen how desperate people are going to be for this toy. That's why I always list high, because you don't want to second guess yourself and be like, oh, I could have listed it for so much more. But I'm happy with the price. I don't feel like anybody got ripped off in today's market. So good feelings all around. Money, 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 money. So
I want money.
yeah, maybe I'll get to keep my legs, that my knees won't be broken. So anyways, do you want to talk about your bag so you don't have to hold it the whole night, or do you want to jump into
Well,
hooks?
Doesn't matter to me. I mean,
All right.
what is it?
We'll
It's
do
the
hooks.
50th anniversary of Jaws. Right.
So this week, hooks, we have a sponsor. Tonight's
Yes.
hooks are brought to you by McFarlane Toys Movie Maniacs Jaws. Celebrate 50 years of Jaws with 50% of Jaws. You get like maybe 50% of the shark. Not quite. You don't get his
Yeah.
fin. The fin's important, but you get this
The
lady.
fins are important.
Do we know who the lady is that's swimming above
name
him?
was Christy.
Or she's just.
Well,
Okay, we
I don't
do.
know if she represents the. Now, you historically have gone on record with saying that Jaws is your least favorite movie. So
No,
you might
I
you
never
might not
said
know anything
that.
about it.
I
don't need
cannot
that
have
Jaws.
said that.
I don't need that Jaws.
You
because
got
I
you
have,
got the better one.
I have
Yeah.
this Jaws.
There it is.
There's my
sideshow.
Jaws. Sideshow Jaws.
Yeah,
Might be up for sale soon. I don't know.
Might. You got the box?
I do have the box.
Oh, there you go. See?
Yeah,
Keep
there
the
we
boxes,
go.
guys. That's where it's at.
Limited to, I think, 250
Bruce.
pieces. This is number
Why is he called
129. What's Bruce?
Oh, that's a lucky number. Yeah, that's nice. That's low.
Right.
Why is he named Bruce? Where'd the name Bruce come from?
I'm sure I don't have an answer for you, but
Because when things are named Bruce, it just reminds me of when they changed the name of Bruce Banner in the old TV show to David, because they
Yes.
thought that Bruce sounded too gay.
right.
That's a real story. They changed his name.
They did.
But then they had
Well-
fucking Bruce Wayne. Like, I don't know.
Even
They really
Homer,
leaned into
even
that.
Homer brings up that reference in the
Yeah.
episode where he tries to keep Bart straight by saying
God.
that the
Can they
gays
still
had
show that
taken
episode?
Bruce and Lance and whomever else. They took their best names, which hey,
Like,
whatever.
their best name.
A name's a name.
Yeah.
But no.
Nobody names their baby and be like, you're going to be gay. I'm going to name you this.
Real
should be
quick, 'cause-
fine.
let's go because let's see.
Let's do it.
I had this.
Whoa. There's jingling in there.
I'm jingling. Well, I told you I was
La
going to
Boo
do
Boo.
something. So I've got all my Labubu that I've
Very nice.
procured over the course of the
For
week.
Labubu.
That was last week's news. I don't need to talk
Went
about Labubu.
0 to 4 in a week. That's pretty
It
good.
did. It's
for Labubu. That's pretty
quite
good.
it's quite the trek. It was quite the trek. I got in early, so it was easier. It's impossible now. But
Oh, really?
my
Wow.
big quest. I got my glass of wine here,
Hey,
or at least my bottle.
your bottle.
My
yeah,
big
you're
quest
ready
for the week
it. Or your glass.
was to find the Jaws wine.
You got a red and a white.
A red and a white, because I didn't know what we'd be
That's-
serving. So,
Interesting that they have both.
well, that's the joke.
What's the joke?
Hooper shows up at Chief Brody's house.
I'm sorry, I didn't see it. I don't know.
Yeah. And he goes, I brought red and white because I didn't know what you'd be serving, like, for dinner.
We're going to need a bigger glass. Get it? I got that one.
It does say that. It does say that on the back.
Oh,
you're going to need a bigger glass.
Yeah. You drunk? Just drink it from the bottle, then.
Well, I figured I would just open it up and drink the whole bottle during the show.
We're going to capture... Do you have to put in, like, the cork? Or is that not how this works?
I did bring my bottle opener.
Okay.
It's a corked wine. Oh, man, that's really cool. The cork actually says Jaws on it.
Wow, they printed something on the cork? Or is it burned in?
It's at least printed.
There should be little sharks swimming in the bottle.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Like, what's those little yogurt balls that are so popular now?
Oh, boba?
Yeah, boba.
Boba.
Have they done anything Boba Fett? Like, have they made that joke yet?
I don't know. Remember Orbits?
Like a Star Wars celebration. Yeah, Orbits?
Orbits
Buy
is
them at
big.
the Science Center.
You could.
Look at that. Look at that. Didn't explode or anything. I guess
Didn't
that's
even
champagne.
open.
What is that? It didn't know. It didn't work. Just break it.
God.
Christen this boat.
Just christen the whole podcast.
Smash it. Christen the
Yeah, right.
podcast
There'll be
for our
blood
300th.
everywhere.
For our 300th, we need to have simultaneous champagnes or something.
Oh, could we? I'd drink a bottle of champagne
Yeah.
for the 300th.
Just throughout the show, we'll be just drinking it. Throughout the day,
Perfect.
we'll do that show.
There we go.
There you go. Cheers.
Cheers. Here's to swimming with
Cheers.
bow-legged women.
Again. Is that a reference?
Yeah, to your movie you hate so
seems-
much.
It seems rude. It's not their fault. They rode too many horses as a child.
Who did? Oh, the bow-legged women. I get you.
bow-legged
It's a quint-
women.
It's a quint. Quint says it when he goes,
Quint.
Oh, yeah.
Quint Essentials. Oh, that would be a good name for something. Quint Essentials. What would he bring?
Here's
Not
a
toy
here's
of
a
himself,
reference
but-
for you. It's
Oh,
got
yeah,
a,
I guess they
it's
can
got
make
a
quints.
oaky afterbirth.
There it is. There it is.
There you go.
That's The Office.
All right.
I get that.
It is. You
We
get
finished
that
Superstore
reference.
last night. You still haven't watched that, right?
Oh, no. It would give me PTSD.
It would. The final season is all like during COVID and they have masks and stuff. And I don't even know if we finished it live. It was
I
weird.
mean, I keep talking to people. I was like, remember when they had arrows on the floor? Do you guys
Yeah, you
remember
keep saying
that?
that.
I feel like that's like a lost little
I don't
tidbit.
really remember that, but this, I live in Florida, so they probably didn't get that far.
Right.
They're like, if we see one arrow on the floor, we are shutting this place down. All right, so Bill will be drunk by the end of the show, which is good.
Okay. We'll see.
I do think we should start. Maybe we'll do special like once a month. We're drunk when we do the show, and just see if it's any different. Well, that's nice. You went with white. I don't know anything about
in
wine.
honor of my wife. It is good.
Who was white? In honor of the Blitzway 3-pack of just the white guys. Did you see that?
These
We're
hooks
gonna
are
talk
just
about
naturally coming. Who needs the hooks?
that. These what? The hooks? I know.
we gotta do
They're
the
naturally occurring hooks. All right. Well, let's get to the hooks. You got your list up?
Where's my other screen? There we go.
There we go.
And I will scroll. I just won't see you, which is fine.
It's fine. I'm also hiding you. I'm also hiding you so I can read them.
Oh, very good.
A
All
shared
right.
experience.
So
All
we're
right, here
on-
we go. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna do mine. I'm going first. Here we go. Ross Dress for Less wears out its welcome with collectors by charging more than retail for toys that we didn't even want in the first place. All right, you're next.
JAKKS helps Simpson fans scratch that itch with new soft and squishy Itchy and Scratchy figures. Not that kind of squishy.
Yeah, you get it. You get it. All right, here we go. I'll put up a picture of what we're talking about. Blitzway's Ghostbusters 3-pack disappeared fast, but releasing a Just the White Guys set on Juneteenth? That's some real spectral privilege. All right.
Sun's out, fun's out. Collectors hoping to snag NECA's TMNT exclusive get burned by extra charges.
Yeah, that was a big story this week. All right, let's see where this one is. There it is. Okay. Super 7 reveals Tiger Force repaints of their G.I. Joe Ultimates. Because what better way to hide a poor sales than with camouflage? So I did 2 for this one because I couldn't decide between them. So I'm going to do this one too.
Yeah.
Super 7 repaints G.I. Joe Ultimates in Tiger Force camo. But they still can't hide from the clearance aisle.
Whoa!
Both of those. I had one where it was like Weekend at Bernie's because it's like they just like prop these things up, but I couldn't quite get it right. It didn't quite work, so that's what I went with. All right, your turn.
Mattel is teaming up with OpenAI to bring artificial intelligence to kids' toys, proving once and for all that no one at Mattel has seen Small Soldiers.
No. Because that was Hasbro that did those toys, so why would Mattel bother watching it?
Of course.
And finally, long Furby culture is being appropriated for mass consumption, and I still can't buy a Room Guardian at Target. You know, the
What's
little
a Room
pose.
Guardian?
Like, but why? You know the little like white character that looks like a fox or something, and he's like,
Oh.
You know? Here, I'll
No,
show you a
I
picture.
just- Okay.
I have a picture. Where is it?
Oh, is it that thing?
There it is. Yeah, there
Oh,
he is.
yeah.
That's a Room
Look at
Guardian.
him.
I love those
Oh,
guys.
okay. Yeah, I get
I
you.
love the Room Guardian. Here's a long
I
Furby.
get it.
All right, we'll get to that. All right, there we go. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Bill is he's just getting down with it. Let's see what we want to start. Let's start with Super 7 because this was kind of a little scandalous, a little questionable. So the TMNT San Diego Comic-Con 4-pack, the Beach Turtles, went up for pre-order.
Oh, you mean NECA? You said Super 7. Hold on. Yeah.
Oh shit!
My
That's
God.
different.
Must throw Super 7 under the bus.
I'm drunk. Yeah, they'll have their chance. NECA Super. I think I'm just like
SNECA 7
through the airwaves. NECA 7.
Super NECA.
Turtles, you know, they're wearing top hats and beach shorts and all that jazz.
Right.
It went up for pre-order. We weren't sure how much it was going to cost. It was $150. So people were posting like, "Oh, that's pretty good. I thought it was going to be $200."
great.
But then when
Yeah.
they checked out after shipping and a tariff surcharge, it was over $200. And people were like,
Right.
"I don't think so." So then, like within minutes of it going up for pre-order, NECA, did they send out an email? How did you get
I got
this?
an email for being a loyal customer, yeah.
Okay. So you got the email, and it was $40 off the set.
Right.
So it brought it down to it was $150 before stuff. It went down to $110 plus shipping, plus shipping plus tariff.
Basically, you got shipping free, at least in my part, because it was $25 to ship and then a $15 tariff surcharge. It just wiped all that off. So you were basically getting it for $150 and some change.
Right.
Yeah.
So what the hell? What happened? Do you
Right.
think that this was always the plan, or do you think that NECA saw that people didn't immediately buy all of them, like what usually happens, and they like went into panic mode and they're like, "What can we do? What can we do?"
You think that was the boardroom meeting?
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like these are not, you pre-order them. These will be at the convention, so they've been made. They're already made before the tariffs. So I think they felt they saw like,
Yes.
hey, maybe let's fish the waters a little bit, see what people will do if we put this, and then all of a sudden, boom, there you go, loyal customer.
Okay, so that is interesting. A lot of people are calling out companies for charging tariff charges on stuff that was already here. And that doesn't make any sense unless you think of it as a way of them trying to like soften the cost of stuff that is getting tariffed.
Sure.
You know, so it's like
Yeah.
rather than paying the full amount for these future things, let's spread it out to make it a little easier for everyone. So, you know, this I feel like is a real canary in the coal mine for other toy companies who are going to be charging these tariff prices on these exclusives for the first time. And how will the customers react? Are they going to just pay it and be happy, or are they going to take a look at what they're buying and be like, do I really need Chucky on a surfboard? Do I really need this? And we're going to find out.
I mean, as far as, you and I have, we'll bring back the surfing analogy. You and I have ridden the wave of Turtles San Diego Comic-Con exclusives for years now.
Yeah.
And each
That's where
time
it all
it's either
started.
been, each time sites have either shut down. This set itself was on for the duration of that first and second day, and probably the third day, for a pre-order. Like, it didn't sell out within minutes. It didn't sell out even within an hour. It was up until they said, let's shut this down.
So it didn't sell out. NECA just turned it off. They're like, no more sales. Which they did. They have done that in the past, where it's like they don't leave it up indefinitely because it is still an exclusive. So you have to kind of maintain that sense.
Well, that's the thing too. You have an
exclusive.
allotment set for the day, and that's why they do day 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Well, that's maybe the stated reason. You can also argue that there's that like artificial FOMO because you can do fewer. If you do fewer on day 1 and make it seem like a quick sellout, then the next day people are like, "Oh shit, I was on the fence. I might as well get it."
Yeah.
Just so I make sure I have it.
Sure, and then on day 3 you're like, "Oh man, I really need it because there's not going to be a day 4, everybody."
There's not going to be a day 4. I'm not going to fly my ass out to San Diego to buy this shit.
Right, exactly. What's the difference
I was thinking
between
about
the
that and
150 here and the $1,000 there?
Oh my god. I was thinking about that and how like everyone on the internet is like, I should be able to pre-order this just like the people who are at the convention. And it's like, okay, well, people pay a lot of money to get
go
there.
To that convention, yeah.
If this is their, reward, if they can make back some of that money, I feel like they should be allowed to have it. Like I do feel like it's too easy to get these exclusives now as a non-attendee. Like, think about that Star Wars convention that in Japan this past year.
Yeah.
They went up on Amazon. People had them in their homes, in their hands.
A day later. They ordered it,
I think
and
it was
there that morning. Yeah.
Yeah, it was there. It was ready to go.
It's still up.
So,
you can still order that set.
Yeah. So that's the trick. It's like there's no pleasing. Wow, second bot. There we go.
This is the third.
There's no pleasing everybody. Well,
who's keeping
track? The first bottle, though. No.
Oh, I'm not
sure
going to dip into the red. I'm not.
You're not going over the red. You can't mix red and white.
Red's a classic. White I can
colors.
just drink. Red is a classy meal wine. Yeah. No, sorry.
There you go. You need a nice steak.
I can't chug a red wine. I don't think anyone should. Goodness gracious.
It's a lot of grapes.
Yeah.
A lot of grapes. So anyways, NECA sent out a coupon for something that usually is an immediate sellout. So I feel like it's noteworthy. Not that anyone needs to be concerned.
I think people were generally excited and happy, but I think it was all intentional to begin with.
You think it was part of their sales pitch?
Yeah, 100%.
It's weird though. I don't know. I don't know how they track things because it's like, okay, they're saying they're charging this much for tariffs, but then the coupon, it's like, how is a coupon tracked? Does it count as less sales, or is it, I don't know. Everyone's business is run differently. Let's see. All right, that's a good place. We got our one story in before the break.
We got our hooks in.
So we got of course, we got the most importantly the hooks. So we'll talk about all the stories that we did hooks for.
Last week was a great episode. We split it in 30-minute first segment, and then somehow it magically turned into an hour. It was great.
There was just a lot. There was a lot to talk about, and again, a lot to talk about this week. And we're gonna get to it all right after.
We're gonna get to it.
This
we are. We're gonna get to the bottom of this bottle too.
So Ghostbusters, we've been talking a lot about them because we are we're gonna be the #1 Ghostbusters toy podcast. That's my new goal for the year. I want us. I don't know how you would rank that, but I want to be it.
Here's what I had an idea for a podcast.
Ooh, another one? Another podcast?
You want to hear my idea?
Of
so
course.
rather than just like long format, which is what we are currently, what if we did hyper condensed 10 episode specific podcasts?
Okay, I'm interested. Keep talking.
And that was just it. So like, say we just focus on like, and like if we focus on like Power of the Force 2, and then just focus on that for 10 episodes and really dive into it, and then just that's it.
Okay. That's sort of like what Geek Dad Life is doing with Dan Larson right now, where they're covering.
Oh, is
the
he?
Different...
F that.
Well, they cover a different topic. Like they're not their show, at least from what I can see, is like covering topics. It's not like the topic of the week or the news. Like we cover.
No,
the news.
I don't mean topic of the week. I mean like anywhere between 5 to 10 episodes.
Yeah,
and then
that's what I want to do as
over
a
like
video
a course
series.
of a month. So rather than have like, hey, it's like a month's worth of research, so we get all the facts.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, we're gonna research. Yeah. Prepare. Yeah, but it needs to be a video series so that we can show stuff. It can't just be.
No, that's fine too. Well, that's easy because you got a whole month to do it.
This
is
what I want to
do.
Like
an hour long. Yeah.
Hour long in total, or each episode?
Each episode is an hour long.
It's an hour long. So we end up having like a 10-hour series or whatever. If there's 10 episodes. Correct.
Yeah, I think it's perfect.
No, that's great. I think that's great. I've always said I wanted to do like the history of the Super 7 Simpsons. Of course, I sold one of them. I sold one of them, so I can't really. It will not be the complete history anymore.
Wait till it shows up at Ross for more money. And then
oh my God! Could you imagine? Somebody said they found Series 1 recently, and that series is still available for like retail or pretty close to it.
Sure,
they made a lot of that.
Less than.
I'd love to know the numbers compared to Series 1 compared to 2, 3, 4. Like 4 must be like a 10th of what Series 1 was.
Right. It was probably like made to order.
It probably was.
Yeah.
Because Series 3 had the aliens, which were so expensive, and they kind of hung around a little bit. And then Series 4 was like Tatum and Devil Flanders and
Moo Moo Homer
and Radioactive Man, which were like of all of the sets. I feel like that one was the weakest. But that's how it works. That's how it works. That's why it was the last set, and it's so rare. All right. Anyway, so we talk a lot about we're gonna talk more about Ghostbusters because, as I mentioned, I want us to be the #1 Ghostbuster podcast, Ghostbuster toy specifically, and proton packs. So it's always like who can make the best Ghostbusters because I don't feel like there's been like the definitive toys because you had Matty Collector. No. Which were just the first 6-inch. They weren't great. They were fine.
Yeah, they were the first 6-inch, and then they delved into the 1/6 scale, and we had that
they
notorious
did those really
Peter
awful.
Venkman with the squished head, and then they wound up at
Ray
Big
had
Lots.
the squished head. It was
Peter
the 2
did.
packs.
Peter did.
Was it Peter? Because I have
squished head. Yes.
Peter's the only one I have, and he has that. They like Venkman sculpted his hairline, but then they had to like fill it in because he was. They were probably like, nope, that's too bald. Can't put that out there.
That was the first instance that I realized that somebody they could use a hairdryer and they squished the head because it was pressed in between the figure tray.
Yeah.
And they pushed it down and it looked a little bit more like Bill Murray. But again, Bill Murray, an incredibly hard likeness to capture.
Incredibly difficult likeness, as we've seen time and time again. So Maddie was first, then Diamond selected slightly larger figures, I think at the same time.
They did.
Somehow. Those were not great in terms of likenesses either.
I think the bodies fared better than the heads.
Much more articulated, but also like the joints really like it's hard to cut joints into the
they were all painted
the flight
too.
suits. Yeah, it was just kind of messy. It didn't really work.
It was.
Mezco did 112 collective Ghostbusters. I really like those, but they're just like their own thing. You can't really say those are like the definitive Ghostbuster toys.
You're gonna find them on eBay soon, I'm sure.
You might. because I'm not looking at them. All that 112 stuff. It's like I'm afraid to play with it. I don't want to break it.
If I don't see it.
Listen, anything except maybe that Mezco Green Ranger that I have, I feel like everything else is up for grabs. Like I'm looking around, like I don't feel attached to any of this shit. It can go in my selfie series.
Back.
I want my house back. I want other stuff. You're gonna have plants behind me someday. That's the thing. When I start selling the stuff behind me that you can see, like when you start seeing things disappear, that's when you know it's getting
plants
real
start incorporating, and then we become a plant podcast.
We're just
talking
about plants.
There's got to be a garden. Yeah, we'll be a gardening plant podcast eventually.
We can go back to Lowe's and find out why they were tailing you. We've talked about plants before.
Oh my god, yeah.
With your little cacti. Yeah.
Yeah. Steal that.
So anyways, as I mentioned, we are the #1 Ghostbusters toy podcast, and
soon to be #1 plant podcast.
And plants and Ghostbusters #1 immediately.
Plants.
We're the only ones.
Spawn.
Spawn. Remember what he called? Remember what he was like? If little boys buy female toys, they're gonna grow up to be psycho serial killers. Remember he did that interview with
Yeah.
What's that guy's name? Shartimus Prime.
Oh, okay. Yes, I remember.
Shartimus Prime. I don't know that I've heard from him since. I think he went into hiding after that. He's like, this ruined me.
After that, or after his
his Kickstarter. That's probably when it did it. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to do those. Although everyone else seems to have no problem whatsoever, but it seems hard. Anyway, you gotta do like stuff people want, like He-Man.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Ghostbusters, #1 Ghostbusters podcast. Because we are, as you know, the #1. Let's see. There's another company that did 12-inch. What's their name? Something. You know what I'm talking about. They're all very expensive. These. No, Blitzway is the one we're talking about. There's another company though.
Yeah.
If you look it up on Big Bad Toy Store, they're still there. But those are like more recent. So Blitzway did theirs, and these are like a second chance at those figures, right? They remade them, but did they change or update anything?
I think everything is updated. I think the flight
suits
are updated,
brand
the colors
new.
updated,
The
new
sculpts
head
are different?
sculpts. Yeah, the head sculpts are different. Plus, you get an additional head sculpt as well.
Yeah, you get 2 portraits because they sold that actual one.
Is updated.
Brand new Slimer that I don't like. I don't like the new Slimer.
Slimer's another one. Slimer's another hard likeness to capture.
It's those beautiful people. They're just hard to capture in plastic.
Yeah,
like Harrison Ford. Who else is beautiful? Bill Murray. Beautiful men.
Mark Hamill.
Bret Hart. Mark Hamill. These are all beautiful men. They can't capture their likeness. So anyways, this is they released them a bunch of different ways. You could get them individually. You could get them as a 4-pack. And they also did a 3-pack of just the white guys. If you just wanted the white guys, you could get that. You could get that 3-pack, and I think it even came with a Slimer, so you didn't have to miss out on Slimer. What did I tell you? So the white and green guys.
This is basically how I cosplayed Ghostbusters my whole life. Was just
you didn't
the
have
guys.
the real black guy. That's
Which
why
was
Stranger
terrible.
Things was
we're
so
down
great.
there. We're down there. Hey, you're
guy.
missing one. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I live in this town. You know.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? You have to outsource your people of color.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So they called it the Doctor 3-pack.
We're the first hour and 10 minutes of the movie.
That's right. You're the first. But I also think it's terrible. Like, okay, well, it's just terrible. Why did they do that?
It is.
I mean, obviously,
it is.
They should.
Why?
You have to get Winston. It's not fair.
He is literally a Ghostbuster. It's the most ridiculous thing to be like, here's just the 3.
He's a
it's
Ghostbuster.
Like if you buy this and it's just the 3-pack, we know you're inherently racist.
I know. You walk into the guy's house. Hey, where's Winston? He gets real quiet.
Be like, well, I had the choice.
Afford him.
I had the choice of getting all 4 or just the 3. You know what I got. Cheers.
I chose not to get him, but here's my cop figure from G.I. Joe. I got Kim.
They all have a nice like a nice laugh of it. Ha ha ha! Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like that's wrong. Also, these went up for pre-order on Juneteenth, which I think is just come on. This is the
What is this,
worst thing that's
Kroger?
ever happened. Kroger? What is that? The grocery
Did you
store?
see the thing that Kroger was under fire for selling Juneteenth cakes next to watermelon cakes?
Listen, it's not okay.
But
it's not
I feel like the photo I saw was staged and it was just a placement thing and someone was looking for clout.
We need to stop making that joke. Like, it's not funny.
It's not funny.
There are people out there that are really, like, telling that joke to their buddies. It's not funny.
Yeah.
You're not clever. You're a bad person. Stop it. Stereotypes are bad. Unless they're about toy people. Stop being racist. We got enough problems, guys. We are going to solve... No, we're not going to solve racism because everyone...
We're going to solve nothing.
The Power Rangers have solved racism. Ghostbusters aren't solving racism. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Listen, I sent you
too
that
white.
clip of the
Ghostbusters too white.
Of 28 weeks years later.
Holy shit.
I can't figure out if the Power
Holy
Rangers
shit.
theme song is at the end of it or not. I don't think it is. No.
I can't believe that's real. I refuse. What? It's like in Boba Fett where they have the guy doing like the little crew does like the random flips or like rolls before they start fighting.
Yeah.
Like it's so bad. If you don't know what we're talking about, just go on TikTok and find the actual ending to 28 Years Later. And someone added the Power Ranger fight song when like the putties show up. And it fits perfectly.
It does.
It was meant to be. And they're all wearing color-coded uniforms where there's like one guy all in red. I was like, this can't be real. I don't believe it.
I thought the movie was coming out next week, and I was going to go see it. And then I found out it came out this week, and I just spoiled the whole thing. So I've just been watching people with potato camera footage of the theater watching the whole movie on TikTok. I'm like, that's it. That's all I need. That's my theater experience now.
Killian's not in it until the second one, so you can wait.
No.
It's fine. Doesn't really start until the second one. So if you want these Ghostbusters as the #1 Ghostbuster toy podcast, we should let you know. You can go. I think the singles are still available. Get all 4. Okay. If you don't, we're giving you the biggest side eye if you don't get all 4.
Buy all 4.
Buy all 4.
They're pricey.
God.
They're up there. I'm happy with my Hasbro.
$300.
The Hasbro, the Plasma series was... Oh, I have a whole set of unopened Plasma series figures. I should sell those for what I paid for them.
Yeah, good luck. Maybe if you have Egon. That's probably the only one.
I do have Egon. I'll sell the lot.
Well, there you go. Sell it as the lot.
There we go.
That's
I've got the full set.
Of course, we all have the full set. Oh. But now people are going to buy that 4-pack. Oh, speaking of that, as the Ghostbusters #1 podcast,
that's true.
I tried to sell my Proton Vac, my HasLab, because I saw on eBay people were selling it for like $2,500 and called this crazy.
Yeah.
It cost $400 originally, plus $100 for the wand. So I'm not shipping this out. That'd be crazy. Listed on local, did not get any bites. But somebody heard us talking about it last week, and they were like, "Oh, I live in Central Florida. I would like to buy it." And I was like, "Oh, great! I'll give you a deal. I'll sell it to you for $1,000." He just did not respond. He's just gone. He's in the ether. So I don't know, because
he is in your backyard right now, waiting for you to turn the light off.
That's right. He's just gonna break in. Yeah. And is it behind me? Can you see it? It's back there. It's right behind me. I would know. I would notice if he's coming through that window. So obviously a lot of people are going to be selling theirs if they want the 84, but I still say that the Afterlife pack is better because it got more stuff. It's got the Rumble. So you need both, or at least you can't sell this one. I can sell it. You can't sell it. Please don't sell yours. I'm trying to sell mine. Local.
I shouldn't sell mine? Is that what you're saying?
You do whatever the fuck you want. You have a real one. You have a real Proton back. You shouldn't have bought it in the first place.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I started out my collection at my house. I had a he shed, and the he shed needs to be emptied out because it's having problems. Yeah. So never build a he shed, people. Never build a he shed.
I won't.
Or if you do, maintain it.
There was already one here when I moved in, but it just has boxes in it.
Keep it as a shed.
Out there.
It's just a shed. It's
just
nothing
a shed. You can't live in it. You can't have your things in it.
It's not meant to be maintained as a livable structure. It's meant to house
it's just for outside
your
stuff.
Outdoor garbage. Yes.
Yeah, it's your outdoor garbage.
Right.
Not your indoor garbage. That has to stay inside. Well, since we're the number one Ghostbusters podcast, we should probably talk more about Ghostbusters. Mondo put up their pre-order, or is it up? I think it's up. Oh, it started. That's right. It's like goes through July 17th. This is Winston. This is the third Ghostbuster. See, they didn't list him last. Mondo didn't put him last.
They got Ray.
They also
the heart of the Ghostbusters is last. All right.
Yeah, Ray is last. So we agree that the likeness is not doing it for us.
I
right?
ain't feeling
for whatever
this.
reason.
And then I'm feeling
just
like
not.
I'm telling you right now.
This is a sexy character right here. I don't know who that's not.
Sure.
That's not my Winston.
The more I see
that?
the group assembled, I'm seeing
Michael
them
Jackson.
just from the intro, and that's all these are from.
Very interesting. Well,
They're
that's
all just
they're
all just from the intro of the show, from the introduction,
which is different animation technically.
It's different animation. They're all very serious.
Yes, that's a very apt point. Yeah. So the sculptor chose to make them. Well, they come with two heads. I think there's another head that's
They
more
do. I can't tell. So like the Winston for the
this
Blitzway
one.
and the Winston for this, I can't tell the difference between the two.
Well, I don't have
They're
a close up,
both
but you can.
serious.
The one is more neutral, and the other one at least has an eyebrow raised. But it's not like he's screaming or anything. It's not like that Blitzway Peter head. But yeah, nobody's happy here. Like, they're all pouty. Look at these pouty
Nobody's
bitches.
happy to be a Ghostbuster. Why?
Nobody's happy to be.
You're
I thought
a freaking
busting makes you
Ghostbuster.
feel good. Nobody looks
It
like
really
they're feeling
does.
good
These
here.
guys, you wonder. Everyone's like, how did Callie Spangler come to be? And I'll tell you how. The Ghostbusters were playing back in the 80s. You know, they'd bust a ghost and they'd bust an ass afterwards. That's what would happen.
Damn,
it was
Bill.
crazy.
Drunk Bill is the best Bill.
It was crazy.
You're gonna finish that bottle before the end of the show. Oh, you're gonna break into that red.
That was
All
the
right.
point.
Of course, that's why you brought both.
I did.
But you should still go buy this. Mondo's definitely not sending us one to review, so you need to go buy your
That's
own. If you want to see
unfortunate
it.
because I feel like we'd review the hell out of it.
We would do such a
But
great
I'm
review.
also not a fan of the neckline of the what's his name? Why am I blanking on that guy?
Egon?
No,
He's
the
got no
ghost.
shirt. Oh, the ghost. Sandman, right?
Is that the Sandman? Yeah, okay.
I think so.
Sandman, Sam Hain. That's annoying.
Sam Wan. Everyone was calling it Sam Hain. No one knows the correct Gaelic pronunciation.
It's Samhain.
I know it is. Everyone's saying Sam Hain. They're just reading it phonetically.
The Sandman. Remember Sandman in the cartoon? He you remember how his voice sounded? That was the most jarring part of that character.
I don't. Can you do an impression?
He
for me?
would talk like this.
It's very, very jarring. Yes.
It was.
Can you do the rest of the show like that?
Like that.
Like that. So here's the thing. Ain't nobody want these ghosts, these big ass ghosts. No one wants to pay $100 for them. They're gonna do it because it comes in an exclusive 2-pack that looks like the Firehouse. People want the packaging, but nobody wants this big hunk of nothing. This is a nothing figure.
That's a Moo Moo Homer if I ever saw one.
This is Moo Moo Homer. This is king size Sandman.
Like that's
Ridiculous.
Like, that reminds me like the Nightmare Before Christmas Santa Claus figure.
Oh yeah.
It's just like nothing but like empty hollow spots underneath.
He's got nothing. There's nothing under there.
Got nothing. No.
There's no way this is solid plastic, nor would I want it to be. But I don't think they sculpted little legs. It would be great if they sculpted legs, but they don't touch the ground.
Oh,
He's
like the Emperor?
MODOK.
Is there an Emperor with solid little legs?
Oh yeah, I'm sure there is. All I want for Christmas is the proton packs. Just sell a 4-pack of the proton packs and the little ghosts going into the trap. Packs and Traps. Packs and Traps. That's the name of our Ghostbusters spinoff. Packs and Traps.
Packs and Traps.
Is this a chicken leg? What is this thing he comes with over here? His
I don't
bag
know
of
the
sand,
reference.
I guess.
I hate when
He's the
the
Sandman.
reference the little reference accessory is such a deep cut that I don't know it.
Well, they're all deep cuts because they're episode specific. So it's like this is from this episode. the
I don't know. I feel like there's
Rosebud.
Ghostbuster episodes that, like, you know, there's like the core ones that you remember, and then there's like ones
Well,
that
sure.
you're like, wait, what did that happen? Did that happen? I feel the same with like
Yeah.
the Ninja Turtles. It's like I don't remember 90% of them, but
the cartoon stuff that NECA's doing. Yeah, it's out
yeah,
of control.
exactly.
What is this little thing that Winston comes with? Is it like a whistle or a lighter? It's got a little string.
Crack pipe. What is
Crack
it?
pipe? No. Can't say that, Bill. That's the worst.
Sorry.
You're as bad as the watermelon people now, Bill.
Oh, I'm
Come
as
on.
bad as the water.
Drunk Bill. Drunk Bill's gone off the rails, guys.
I gotta go home.
The views,
I am home.
the views of Bill do not represent the views of the Reluctant Adult podcast. Please.
You know, I would have said crack
us off the
pipe
air.
no matter who the Ghostbuster was. I'm sorry. It could have
That's
been
fair.
Peter.
It
It,
was-
could have been Egon.
It was the 80s. It was the 80s. We're all doing crack. Except Whitney Houston, who famously said she didn't do it. All right, here's another big story.
That's whack.
I think I have a better picture to go with this. Crack is whack, guys. So Ross has been our savior. RossCon, it's become a big deal
Ross
in previous
Moss.
years because Ross Moss,
Ross Moss no more is more like it.
Ross Nos no Moss. Yeah, Ross no Moss.
Ooh, Ross
because
Moss.
I love Drunk Bill. They have this deal with McFarlane to get first run toys. They think they're so great. They're getting too big for their britches. They are marking up the prices of their toys above original retail. These Super Mario figures, these aren't the movie figures. These are just from the game. These are like $10 at Target. Ross wants $15. Look at that comparable value. They
Is
couldn't
that a
even put
sticker
anything.
on a sticker? It's a sticker
It does
on
look like a sticker
right
on a
there.
sticker. That's why I feel
Oh
like
my
it's a
God.
mistake. But I've seen this from
Okay.
multiple people. But like, no comparable or comparable value. It just got all stars. Because what are they going to put? $10? It's like we're charging you
Compared
$5
to
extra
$10.
dollars.
Aw.
Like, wait a minute. That's worse than those Walmart clearances where it's like literally cents you save. Here's
Oh
a
my God, look at
Sonic
that
set
price.
again. No comparable value because this is more than it. You could walk down to Target right now and buy this and save some money.
Jesus.
$15. This one, at least, they think it was $18. Who knows anymore? Who
They want
knows
their
anymore?
toys to stay in the stores. That's the thing.
It's weird because it's like clearly someone at Ross is like a toy guy because he made all these deals, or at least maybe
I
they just
remember-
saw the toys were doing so well and they're like,
I remember
hey,
when the
let's just charge
Walgreens-
more.
The Walgreens
Oh yeah,
merchandiser was a toy guy. That
yeah.
was
They
fun.
got all those exclusives. They got
They had
Lightning
all those
Collection, Marvel
exclusives.
Legends.
It was great. They were like, here's
That
some
stopped.
untapped market.
Yeah,
Like moms need their prescription drugs. They bring their kids. Let's get some
bring their
toys
kids.
going.
Let the kids wander. Did that
And then
stop
it stopped.
completely? I never hear
Yeah,
about
it did.
that.
I think they fired
s-
him.
They still have
should
the
get him.
toys
We
from
should get
those
him.
many years. We should.
We should.
He's
find
gonna
that
be
guy.
on one of our. He's gonna be on one of
on our in-depth analysis of the Walgreens collectors section.
the history of Walgreens and toys. Yeah, we got to do that. So obviously,
Perfect.
this is very disturbing. This is a disturbing universe, as Maggie would say,
This is indeed a disturbance. Very good.
because this is not going to work unless it's like
No.
parents who don't know any better. But you would hope they would know better. But as
would.
collectors who definitely know better, this is not what you want to see. Imagine walking in there and finding like some really rare, like we're going to find Ectoglow in there and they're going to be like $30 each. I'm like, well, I guess it's better than going to San Diego, but
That's true.
it's very disturbing. It's very disturbing. Also, very disturbing, Super 7 seems to still have the G.I. Joe license and they're doing those.
Take that away from them. What the hell?
Hasn't that run out?
Right.
Why are they still how are they still making toys? They fired 90% of their creative staff. There's like one
I
guy
got a good
left.
idea for you. Let's put some reaction figures in the main aisle with G.I. Joe
Ooh, that'll
next to the
that'll
Hasbro stuff
gangbusters.
that never shows up.
Here, I got a great idea for you. You put these little reactions right next to the classified. Now classified's like $20 or something. Charge $25 for these. They'll sell out so fast. People are gonna be like, "Oh, that's expensive. It must be a good toy."
So what are these?
not a good
Ultimate
idea.
Tiger Force
So what they've done, they've gone back into the archives of toys that they've made before, characters they've made before,
Yeah, and
then
clearance for like $15 to $20. Sure.
they probably went to Walmart and bought all the extras back so they could repaint them in those famous Tiger Force colors. And now this is going to be a San Diego exclusive. Look at that. You got Flint in that nice orange shirt with some tiger stripes. It's yellow. Yeah, I definitely need that in my collection. I just don't like these figures because the faces look so like shiny. Like did they even sculpt eyes, or is there just nothing there and they just painted eyes? There's no sculpted eyeballs.
Dots and eyebrows.
I just don't like it.
This is the other name of our podcast coming out. Dots and eyebrows.
What is it? What and eyebrows?
Dots.
Dots and eyebrows. Dots and eyebrows.
Our in-depth analysis on eyes. We're gonna start off with the Indiana Jones line, and it's
oh my god, egg eyes. We'll do that in the morning. We'll get your eggs.
Oh
early.
yeah, it's like the breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast of.
We're now serving breakfast. We have an open-faced Indiana Jones.
Kegs and eggs because we need drunk.
Why is Destro? Oh, that's Python Patrol, but still. Oh my god!
Sure. So that's the opposite of Tiger.
Oh my god, he looks like a. Oh my god, I hate him.
It's not a good figure. I don't like it.
He looks like a vagina.
He does look very vaginal. Very now that you say it.
He does. He's there.
He's
right.
He's just a
god
metal
damn it.
vagina.
Fucking
And these are all
Destro.
like. He looks
Destro vagina.
He looks like you know, like the visible body where you see all like the capillaries and things. This is just what the inside of a woman looks like. They're all the blood vessels. You see all the blood vessels running to this part right here.
No wonder it's. It's so sensitive.
That's
because
right.
Because of the nerves.
Yes, you can see. And then you have the turtle shell pattern down here, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't
right?
know.
The elusive, why is it a turtle shell pattern?
Right. The logo for Ninja Turtles.
Damn it.
I asked this week, why is it? What is it? Why is it? What is the green? Is it like their musculature? And everyone's like, it's their shell. And I was like, I really don't think it is because it doesn't connect. It's just like random lines.
Destro's basically a sex toy.
Destro is like, it's not a sex toy. It's like, it's my dog is crying. What do you want?
He's tippy tapping.
Oh my god, he probably wants food. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Ah,
Dude, say more drunk things while I'm gone.
I feel like Orson Welles during the famous champagne commercial that he did. Oh, the French wine. If you ever watch that, that's an amazing thing. That video of the bloopers of Orson Welles doing the French wine commercial. He is sauced. For sure.
This is my dog. You hear him every week.
It's Ollie. Like. Hi, Ollie.
Hi.
He's the dog that keeps on kicking. See what many of you so like you and I are just like statistical people in terms of how relationships work. You get the girl and then you get the dog. And then you get the kid to replace the dog. And the dog's just kind of there.
Oh my god. That is the perfect explanation of what a dog is after you have kids.
It's true. For whatever reason I got another dog. But I'm in love with her. She's a goof.
You keep getting
We reassessed her breed. She's now a Chihuahua, which is great.
Love it. I love it. Chihuahua.
Because
Can you
it's like
copyright
she's a
that?
Chihuahua, obviously, but like
obviously,
what the hell else is she?
What else? Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua is it to you? Walking around.
Oh, yeah.
Chihuahua do you want? Chihuahua do you want?
Vagina Destro.
You know how they have like pimp daddy Destro? We definitely need to get this like trending. Is there one where his like collar is not gray, because that's kind of disturbing.
It is.
He must have one where what's the normal color one? Like a maroon?
No, it's been a while.
Maybe that's like the lights are out. You can't see. All right, we should probably move on. I can't wait to hear what you said when I was off headphones. Oh, JAKKS Pacific, they're doing a bang up job with these Simpsons. They're doing these plush figures that remind me of the Burger King dolls, which is great. I haven't picked them up yet, but I do want them. Series 2, Itchy and Scratchy. Look how big Itchy is. Or Scratchy. I never know which is which.
Yep, that's Scratchy.
Homer with a popped collar. That's the variant. Okay. He's got a popped collar. But look at this ratio. 4 Barts to 2 Homers to 1 Itchy to 1 Scratchy. Like, if you see them, you got to get them. I mean, I guess that's smart. Because that makes people like check the stores and like ask the store to order more because they need their Itchy and Scratchy. I did the Iggy.
I did the Iggy.
I did the Iggy. These are great. I want these. I love expanding this Burger King toy universe. I need them to really
that's true. Like you could just apply these to your Burger King ones and not even bother with the current ones.
I also want to buy a second set to rip the head off and just put like a random guy's head under it, so it's like he's wearing the costume.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, there's so much you can do. They look great.
There is.
Did they have beanbags in them?
I always like that mixed
soft?
medium. They're just soft. I always like that mixed medium of the PVC head and the fabric body.
It's the best way to do it because you could never do the soft head and make it look right. There's just no chance.
No, you couldn't.
But you can do the body. The body's not as detailed as the head in most cases.
Hopefully they make a comic book guy. Could you imagine a comic book guy? That'd be great. Yeah.
Oh, let's do fantasy football, or that's not how that works. But let's do, what's the word I'm thinking of? Drunk Bill. What am I trying to think of? Where you do your picks.
Your wish list?
Fantasy booking? Something booking. I think fantasy booking. That makes sense.
Booking.com.
Booking dot what? Who would you do in Series 3? Comic book guy? Yes. Do you want an Abe Simpson to go in there?
No, I don't want any old guys. No.
No Hans Mole Man?
Hans Mole Man, yes. I would do Hans. Yeah, no, I would get Hans Mole Man in there.
Krusty?
Perfect.
I want more Krusties. I love Krusty.
Okay.
Not Sideshow Bob, though.
No, not Sideshow Bob. You gotta get a Bart in there. You need a Bart.
What else could he be?
Darth Vader.
Did they do the blue shirt? Was he Darth Vader? Oh, he's your Darth Vader.
I'm just saying you need your carry forward.
Yeah. He's your Wolverine.
Yes, exactly.
I can't even think of maybe like wearing his winter coat. Because I think
winter coat Bart.
I mean, this variant is fine, but this is from one episode in the first season.
It confused the hell out of me. I needed you.
You didn't even know. I was like, this is Daredevil Bart. I Googled it just to make sure, and I was correct. He needs to come with a skateboard, though. They need the little paper accessories. Like,
that would be perfect.
That's what but they would get fucked up. Like, people would not be careful.
You'd have to get them right away. I like that these are essentially like, this is what they do with like Bluey toys and Daniel Tiger toys. Is they have this little box of stuffies.
It's a very fun way to buy toys. Just looking at them.
Right.
The tags here. Is the tag the couch too? It is the couch. Look at that.
It's all the couch. Purple couch.
It's all the couch. But this little tag should be shaped like their instrument. Like this should be a chainsaw or something. It should be a knife, a butcher knife. Free ideas for you. Free ideas. All right, where else we got here? Turtles. We talked about Ross. You got your Labubu's. We did that. That's something else. That's from like another. Oh, I got to talk about this. This is a real deep cut. I was taking pictures of my Proton Pack, and I was pulling out all the stuff you got, like the book and the little marshmallow guys. And there was this little baggie with this little orange thing, and I was like, what the hell is this? But then I was like, this is the tip that they sent you in case you have... Oh, there we go.
I died.
At least we made it this far. Don't hit that... Oh, it's a lot of glass. Everything good?
We're good.
We're good? All right, we're good.
I went to grab my neutrino wand with the orange tip on it, and...
You have that? You didn't get version 1?
I did get version 1. It's just kind of on there as
you put it on there? That's funny.
Yeah. Why the hell not?
Yeah, so if you had version 1, they wanted to make sure that you were not
saved for
suicided by cops at a convention. Yeah. So I feel like this is one of the more rare items in Ghostbusters collecting history. This and the stand that goes with the neutrino wand. Because why the hell would you keep that? You've probably lost that somewhere. There's your shark. Oh, where's its base? Don't hurt him.
I took it off the base. It comes off.
You gotta
the
sell
base.
him. Maybe they'll want you to autograph him.
Oh, could I?
Pixel Dan's book. Pixel Brand.
Pixel Dan.
Pixel Dan's books. Pixel Dan, our best friend. Pulling back the curtain. We're actually really good friends. We have a group chat.
Aw. Look at this. It's just so sweet.
Oh, is he
It's
real
like a
feel?
puppy.
Does he feel like a shark?
baby. Look at him. He's like hugging me.
Oh, that's really nice.
Oh,
A nice drunk thing to do.
so nice.
Love him.
Don't
Love
bite
it on
me.
your shark.
Ah.
Don't bite me.
You can hold it like a baby.
You could hold like a baby. Oh, swaddle him.
Look at-
You can't get
aw.
those fins in though. Those fins aren't articulated.
Oh
though.
my
Nothing
god.
is.
My kids would always get out of their swaddle.
Oh my god. We didn't even bother with the second one. It was
No.
ridiculous.
Get
It was
a hand.
ridiculous. These swaddles. They don't. Why can't you make something?
My
that's
kid would
better
get a
than that?
hand out. I'd be like, "What the hell did that hand come from?" They'd be like,
Where did it
I
come
could
from?
imagine like all night long they're like working on getting that hand out.
Yeah.
And they're like, with their little tiny like little paper nails. Ugh.
Ugh. They're no.
Damn
knees.
it! My kid's got a scratch on her face.
That's how it goes. Gotta cut those nails. Funko, Pops, they're making a lot of shit recently. And the newest shit they're making is Beast Wars, which apparently they already did a Beast Wars. They did Cheetor, but it was one of those digital Pops that I love. So you'll never have a complete collection. You'd have to go back and pay millions of dollars to get Cheetor.
Oh well.
But you can get these 4. Now, are these the 4 you would have chosen for Series 1 of Beast Wars? Yeah, you kicked it.
Done.
Gone.
It's gone. I don't know. I guess.
They're really pushing Black Arachnia. Like, she was in that new cartoon. I don't know why she got so popular. They just want like a female.
I feel like Rhinox needs to go. You sub in Dinobot.
Oh, Dinobot. But he
And
needs
then
to
I
anchor
feel like
Series
you'd be
2.
all set.
If they want to do Series 2, they got to have Dinobot in there.
Well, I mean, if they're
Dinobot
gonna
and
do
Rat Trap.
If they're going to do a Series 2, then we don't even have to worry about Series 1, because it's like, oh, they're going to be there eventually.
I guess that's true. Yeah. I think these look fine. It is funny seeing their heads so big because, Optimus has lips. They all have lips. It's just very
That's something.
strange.
That's a choice.
You don't see that on the toy. The toy didn't
I
have
guess
lips.
they did have lips in the show, which was
You gotta talk.
there.
You gotta
I
talk.
mean, whatever the fuck
look-
that thing was that you showed me from Hasbro the other day. I mean, whatever.
The Zoids thing?
Yeah, that
Dialocon or
Optimus,
whatever?
Zoidamon, Diaclone.
I don't know. It's not from
Transformicon
America.
thing.
I don't know what it is.
That's fine.
Oh, someone had pictures, like in-hand pictures of the Fantastic Four Marvel Legend, and this does look like Pedro. This is very
It
good.
does.
Now I want
put him in
these.
the Pedro Pascal lookalike competition.
She looks kind
He's
of
there.
silly here. I don't know what this is like. The little teeth. It's like 2 buck teeth are showing.
Oh, she's
Let's
like an
give you,
American
like-
Girl doll.
She looks like from White Lotus. What's the lady's name?
Oh, what's her face?
Emily,
Amy
But-
Lou.
Amy
whatever, yeah.
Lee something. Yeah, you all know what I'm talking
Wood.
about.
I don't know.
That looks like her.
She
Yeah,
died.
Amy Wood. In the show. In the show, she
In
died.
the show.
Spoiler.
In the show, she
In
died.
real life, she's fine. She's not
Well,
feuding with anybody.
That's the thing.
It's
Oh, she's not feuding with Walton. That's good. Walton,
Walton.
wild
Walter
guy
Goggins.
doing commercials for Walmart now.
Walmart? There's other things?
Walmart.
My
He's
wife commented
everywhere.
on it. I was like, hey, get that money. You waited your whole life
Sure.
to be popular. Get that money.
Yeah.
Wherever
Right.
whoever wants
if
to
you're
give you
like,
money,
if
take
you're
it.
like in the Hollywood zeitgeist right now, do everything you possibly
Capitalize. Yeah. No reason not to.
Get that
That's why
money.
you'd always see like photos of billboards in Japan with like Arnold Schwarzenegger during the height of his popularity.
Yeah.
It's like we never thought people over here would know that you were selling out.
Why
over
Bill
there.
Murray was doing stuff during Lost in Translation. He was.
That's right. That's
getting that
what
money.
that was based on. Get that money.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have had the answering machine. You should have got an agent though. You got to spend the money too. You can't just get the money. You get the money, then you spend the money.
Oh,
Pay the agent
and then
bill.
you get
Come
the
on.
woman.
Then you get the woman. Who was the woman in that? Was that Scarlett? Lost in
Right.
Translation? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was making a Simpsons reference, but it was also a Scarface reference. But whatever.
Oh, first you get the
the
power.
money,
Power comes
then
last,
you get the
right?
Power, then you
Then
get the
power.
woman.
I don't know what that accent is. Is that Schwarzenegger saying that?
I don't know.
Nah. Do you know what long Furby is?
I feel like I do, but I also feel
Yeah,
like,
you
oh, there
do.
it is.
You've seen long
I
Furby.
feel like I've seen it.
No, don't open. We don't have enough time. We don't have enough time for you to open a second bottle. After show.
Make it happen real fast.
You know, we don't need it. This is drunk
You're
enough
right.
Bill.
I'm good.
Drunk
I'm
enough
good.
Bill is good. Yeah, there's no reason. That'd be a waste. A waste of good Jaws wine. So,
Jaws
anyways,
wine.
long Furby was this thing where someone was like, I wonder what Furby would look like if we made them long. And they did. And then it became like a thing. People would incorporate Furby heads into crazy stuff. And for whatever reason, the company that makes it, probably Hasbro, has decided to make long Furby, but they're calling it DJ Furby as to not be sued, I guess. This is long Furby. Just lean into it. DJ Furby.
DJ Furby.
What are you doing? It's
like
long
you own
Furby.
the Furby. You earn
Right.
You own Furby. You own the rights
own
of Furby.
You can put
Why do
any
you need to
adjective
worry?
you want.
DJ. What does DJ stand for?
That's true. It may not even be just jockey. It could be damn jock. Is there a word? There's an adjective or
What word
is there
begin
another
with
word that
J?
means long? Janky?
Don't just Furby. There's
Don't
not many
just
words
Furby.
that begin with J,
There's not a lot of J words.
as far as I'm concerned.
Done joking Furby.
There's not even any animals that begin with J. How many animals do you know that begin with J?
Well,
top
there's
of your
the jalapeno.
That is a
giraffe.
pepper.
That's a G.
That is
giraffe.
a G.
Jungle cat starts with J.
That is just an approximation
Jalopy?
as to where it lives.
That's its location.
Jungle
I
cat.
can't think. Oh,
Right?
there's got to be.
Jaguar.
I'm thinking of
oh my
Jaguar.
god. There it is. The one animal. Fucking jaguar.
There's got to be more.
You have those down in your
Giraffe.
state, by the way. Be careful.
There's a football team named after them. There's a lot. Listen, if I'm going to be careful about something in this state, it's not going to be the fucking Jaguar. There's a lot more. There's a lot more to be careful of. And then there's like
Florida
Panther.
parking lot meetups.
Yeah, right.
Something you're gonna
I
be
know.
more
I gotta
careful
worry
of.
about other Power Ranger collectors knifing me and stealing my
I know I brought
my,
it up on this show, but
3-0.
my famous meetup was at a Toys R Us with the McFarlane Sentinel from the Matrix, and it was like,
Ooh. Did you buy or
here it
sell?
is. I sold.
Oh, you were the seller. Yeah.
I was the seller, and it was very sketch.
It's so weird. It's not
It
something.
is.
It's so outside like what normal people do. I'm
Right.
going to a
It
store to
does-
sell something I own outside the store that sells things, but it's not.
It
The
just-
store is not
it's
involved.
It's an odd thing to get involved
It
with.
is. But it was great. I was like walking on cloud
Sure.
nine, like looking at
I'm gonna
that
tell
money
you
in my
something.
account. Yeah,
So
buying all the skins.
I don't know if you have a furnace in your house for heat.
No.
Because you live in
We don't need it. We don't need it.
hot Florida. But I have furnaces. So I had this past week my furnaces serviced, which is kind of like allowing a person into your house to just go about your inner sanctum and go around and be involved in things. So of course, by the end, him and I are engaged in conversation. He goes, "Well, I noticed in your basements you have lots of toys." And I said, "Well, yes, sir, I do. Thank you. You've seen me at my most vulnerable." And he goes, and this is what I love, because it's always like, it's not like I have lots of 80s toys. It's like,
Right.
it was my mother-in-law. Here's where it goes. Guess where it went? Guess what he had? Guess what his mother-in-law had in
Oh,
abundance?
his mother-in-law.
Yes.
Barbie?
No Barbie. No.
No Barbie. Star Trek?
No.
No.
No Star Trek.
No Star Trek.
My mother-in-law has many Beanie Babies.
Beanie, of course, Beanie Babies. Of
I was
course,
like,
Beanie
"Aw."
Babies. That's
He goes,
the,
he
so in
has
his
the
mind,
princess.
you're on this. That's on the same level. The Beanie Babies and your toys.
I'm on the Beanie
same
Babies.
thing
It's like,
in your
I've got
head.
so many toys. I noticed you have toys. My mother-in-law has all the Beanie Babies in the world.
My mother-in-law is also insane. I noticed that you have mental issues. My mom also has mental issues.
My mother-in-law also has many mental issues. She also holds on to this Princess Diana Beanie Baby.
Someday, she is going to cash in, and she will be able to retire. She's
so
waiting
I have
for that
a
market
full-on,
to reset.
I have a full-on 15-minute conversation on our Ring camera about
You're talking to him through the Ring?
Well, I was at the front door as he's leaving.
You keep talking. I'm going to fix
out.
that. Yeah.
Yes. As he's leaving, and going through what was going on with the furnaces, which they cleared, nothing wrong with furnaces. He's like, "Oh well, I have the Princess Diana Beanie Baby," and I say, "Well, the best means of doing any kind of research to see value is eBay sold items, and then therefore you can get a good idea as to what the
real value is, not just what people want to sell it for."
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
So it was a decent conversation, but again, it's like, yes, I have mountains of toys in front of me. And it gets put down to Beanie Babies.
Baby Boos, yeah, I have those too.
Yeah.
I got the AC guy coming, and the thought never went through my head that they were judging me, but now I will think, they're judging
looking.
me. Yeah.
They're down there. He was down there for 4 hours. I'm like, Jesus, what the hell's this guy doing?
Yeah, for real. That's too long.
Oh,
he's probably
shit.
picking up the ones he wanted.
Yeah, taking pictures.
That's on him, though. If he has not been educated on toy collecting, if he thinks the Beanie Babies are the same as action figures, that's on him. That's not on you. Society has failed this man. No. Did you send him a link to the show where he could learn a little bit?
I should have. I
you
mean,
should.
I spoke
There's
to
still
him.
time.
Yes. Of course.
There's still time. You're pen pals now. Well, speaking of mental illness, we need to talk about this because Mattel has put out there that they are working with AI, an AI company, OpenAI. They have a partnership. Mattel announced that they have a partnership with OpenAI to incorporate artificial intelligence into their toys, specifically Barbie. Now, people are obviously upset about this, as they are about everything. And I think rightfully so, because AI is basically just like a catch-all for anything now, where it's like, our business is not doing well. Well, can you put some AI on it? What can you do with AI? It's
tack on a little AI. just
add, can you add 50% more AI to that to make it a little bit better? Just a little, like a pinch of AI would be perfect. So like this could literally be anything. But
I recently
whatever it
learned
ends
my
up
boss
being,
has been using AI this whole time to
of course, that's what you do.
Emails to sound smarter.
That's what we all do.
Shit.
It's not even fake it till it's make it. It's just like outsourcing your brain.
Oh.
It's like, I don't want to struggle with writing a coherent story or, sentence. I'm just going to be like, listen, this is what I need to convey.
Spaghetti. Jesus.
I couldn't even reheat my spaghetti without AI. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I could have done it. I was like, I'm not going to have bad spaghetti when I could have good spaghetti. And I just shared that information with ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I'm paying for it. I might as well use it. So anyways, people are mad about this. Kids are going to be fucked up more than they are now. But kids aren't good. There's no saving anybody. There's nothing on the horizon. The only chance we have is that AI somehow ends up being benevolent and saves us. That's honestly the only thing that could happen, or the aliens come down and fix it all. But I don't think that would even work. I think AI needs to get into the system, figure it all out, and just make it right.
We're either situated with Terminator or Independence Day. I don't know which one I want.
I don't know.
Damn it.
I don't know.
Damn it.
The aliens are not going to be happy when they see how they've been portrayed in popular media. They're not going to like it.
Could you imagine if they're offended by that? Be like,
they will absolutely be offended.
Shit,
They're going to be like, They're gonna be like, George, I thought we had a good, like, what are you doing making us look like
I
this?
wouldn't shoot first.
Hell?
How dare you?
God,
It's you. You shot first, you bitch.
You know I wouldn't have done that. We've had conversations. I had you over to the ranch.
God
Damn it. I just said George. I didn't even mean George Lucas, but that worked out perfectly.
It did.
It did. Come on, Steven. Why'd you make us look like that? We're not ugly. We don't look like that. Wrinkly. We can speak. Man, I don't want the show to end. This is our, our best show ever. Did you see I did this? The other week we were saying that the NECA Wednesday Addams looked like Eminem.
Yeah, I keep saying she looks like Slim Shady.
Put her in a hoodie. It looks pretty good, right?
Ooh. Oh, that wasn't like... Oh, I thought that was an actual figure the whole time.
Well, it's her. It's the head. Here's the thing. I think this looks so good. If someone said it was AI, I would just be like, "It's not. This is a real photo." And because this is the face, this is the head. I photoshopped it on there.
Yeah.
So I would say this is not AI, even though it is. It's so good. I would defend this photo's honor, but it would be a lie. Okay. Well, anything else?
What else we got?
For this big,
I don't know.
Big week.
This has been a
We've
great
hit
week.
our 90-minute mark. This is our new standard.
This is the new
Cops
format.
and Crooks. Did we know that they were doing 6-inch Cops and Crooks?
No, that's new.
Dots and eyebrows, packs and traps. Before we get too excited, this is not shipping until fall of 2026, which means never. It's never coming out.
I was never a Cops and Crooks because my parents were always defunding the police back in the day. So
that's right. Yeah. And the firemen too, apparently. I like Cops and Crooks because it was unique. These are not unique anymore.
No.
Like we have action figures that are super articulated.
To this day will double click her lights to warn oncoming traffic of a police stop.
I remember she got pulled over for that once.
I like a safe neighborhood, so
it's fair. It's fair.
That's how I feel. I don't know how that's how you feel.
Yeah, I don't want people speeding. I don't want people speeding.
I got kids in this neighborhood. Pull over the
cops
whoever
are doing their job. You shouldn't be 100%. Speeding. You don't need to get there fast. Just look at your phone in the car. You could do all your work in the car.
No, see, that's the thing. Massachusetts, as of I think the 4th, has elected a no touch on your phone. So if a cop even sees you,
not even
like
texting,
touching your
just
phone,
touching
not
your
even
phone?
texting, just touching your phone, they can pull you over and fine you. Yeah.
Holy shit. Massachusetts up there. Getting crazy. What if you're just touching your panel for your freaking Elon mobile? How is that any different?
No, that's fine. That's allowable. They'll allow that.
Put your phone on there. Project your phone onto that.
You could. But listen, I don't know how you feel. I drive by people and I can see them clearly texting. I get angry. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
I get mad.
I get mad, and then it turns into a fight because my wife is the one doing it.
Oh,
she's always flipping through the Spotify playlist, and I'm like,
Did you let your wife drive the car?
Yeah, I don't like to drive. My car is gonna.
Oh
I'm always afraid my car is gonna break. I don't want to drive my car. Her car is
I don't let my wife drive anywhere.
No, I don't like to drive. I don't like to drive.
No.
I don't like to drive. I
That's
want
story. That's a whole other episode of the things I don't allow my wife to do.
Oh wow, we probably stop
before
you start talking about that. We're gonna rephrase
My wife's allowed to do many things. It's fine.
How many Winston figures do you have? What accessories does he come with? You don't want this bulletproof figure?
Listen, I live in Massachusetts. I'm in a safe zone.
Listen, I lived there too. All right,
you did. Come back. We miss you.
Never.
Never.
Actually,
never.
Who knows? Well, the way things are going, well, let's see what happens. This might be the safer place to be. We might want to be in a red state just to ride out what's going on. So, anyways, Cops and Crooks, never, coming out maybe, never. Who knows? I had another point to make about this.
I didn't even think that was on the list.
Oh,
that's amazing.
It was not. I just added it.
Man,
at some point I just stop updating the list because it's all in my blue sky.
This is a fantastic show. I hope people appreciate this. Hooks or no hooks. I mean, we're giving you an hour and a half worth of content here, people.
This is free content. Feel free to send us money.
And I only drink a bottle of wine for you people. That's it.
That would be for when we do your action figure. It's going to come with an empty bottle of wine, Jaws wine. We should get sponsored by the Jaws wine people.
Listen,
Who makes Jaws wine?
I searched high and low for this and then realized that it was right down the street for me.
You searched high, you searched low, you should have searched right in the middle. That's where it was.
All of my Tuesday being like, where is it? I went to a local liquor store, then I went to a local grocer, and none of them had it. And then I'm like, wait, why don't I just check my local? And I walked 50 feet,
local.
And there it was.
They don't have like a pop finder for liquor?
I understand now why my wife loves this shit so much.
Sure.
It's very good.
This is a very different bill tonight. All thanks to liquor. No, please. You should apologize for the nights where you weren't drunk.
I take it all back.
You've set a new bar for yourself, literally. That's not that kind of bar. Anyway, I just wanted to say...
Forget about toys. I'm liquored now.
We do a liquor podcast. I just wanted to say that when I was driving home from selling my Power Rangers at Target, there's this traffic light that's out, but it has a stop sign now, and people just drive right through it. I stopped because I saw two cruisers just sitting there waiting to catch people who don't stop. So if I had been caught, that would have taken half of the money I made.
Oh no.
Like, just imagine driving home happy as could be, and then half my money goes, and then I have to do like traffic court or traffic school.
Could you imagine? You're like, no, I've got the money right here, and they're like, are you trying to bribe me? It's
That's
like,
right.
No, I'm just trying to pay for it right now.
Can I just pay for it now so it doesn't go on my insurance? They're like, sir, please step out of the car.
Like that.
Of course, it makes sense. Why can't I pay this now? What do you mean I have to mail it in? I don't know how checks work.
You mean I have to appear in court? How dare you?
Court? Good Lord. That's where the guilty people go. See, I could never be on a jury. I think everyone's guilty. Well, very good. This was fun.
It's been a fantastic
I wish I hit record, but I forgot. So this is all just for us. Just for us.
It's all on my iPhone. Don't worry. It's all one-sided.
That's true. That'd be really funny. It'd be like those comics where they take away Garfield talk, and it's just John talking to his cat. Fuck that Dilbert guy, though. All right, anyway. There's your Labubu bag.
I gotta get the Labubu bag back here, because my kid really was like, oh, Dad, can you get me on the show? And I was like, no, but I can talk about your Labubu. So, Labubu, real quick, has really changed over the last 3 weeks.
Yes.
I had sent you that video about the links and everything like that, and how to get and like hack the system. The system's all changed. You can only go on the Pop Mart Pop Mart app, and it always crashes.
Yep, of course.
Because people are all about Labubu. These are not Lafufu. These are the real deal. So I got Lychee Berry. I have... Oh my God, who is this? Is this ZZ? Because she's sleeping. QQ, maybe? I don't know. And Pepe.
This is why the aliens hate us. This is why
they do, right?
I'm not gonna say this.
I mean, these are like fun little things. I get it. They're cute. Their arms are articulated with little wires.
Holy shit! Are you for real? They're articulated with wires. That changes everything. I need them all. They can turn their heads. I didn't know they were posable.
Yes, they're posable.
I need them all. I need them all immediately.
But they're keychains, which is the shitty part.
I don't like that. Why are they keychains?
That's the annoying thing. Because you accessorize. Why do they have to be? That's my bag.
Yeah, but when you make things keychain, it's usually a workaround because someone has the rights to do non-keychains.
Right. No,
but no one has
like
Labubu,
they make different sizes. But
non-keychain.
Obviously, I mean, I would just, if I could, I would just cut the damn keychain off.
You can.
You could, but yeah.
Do it right now. Do it right now.
I can't do it.
Do it right now.
My wife and my daughter would...
While you're at your most...
I don't have scissors. I'm all set.
You just pull it out with your teeth. Use that cork thing. The wine decorker. What's the word?
Yeah.
What's the word for that? There's a word, right?
Corkscrew?
Corkscrew. Thank you. There you go. I like mine better.
A wine decorker?
The wine decorker. Yeah, one of those wine decorkers.
So, well, let's real quickly to bookend the
Sure.
show.
Like
Here is
poetry
the
rhymes.
McFarlane movie Maniacs
Ooh.
Jaws set.
What year is that
And
from?
you showed off. God, a while ago. I have to
Pre-pandemic?
reattach the. I have to reattach the riggings. So we showed off that movie Maniacs head, which was great. It's fun.
Jaws head, yeah.
$35. But back in the day, for like $25, you got most of the orca. You got the shark.
You
and
got more
got
than 50% of the shark.
You got a nice little Quint figure.
Jesus. For 25
With the
bones?
knife, and then the best part of Quint was that you could actually pull him apart and like spill out his guts.
Spoiler.
Spoiler, he was bit in
Spoiler
half.
alert. Is he okay? Did he survive for the sequel?
He didn't make it.
Oh, damn
They
it.
basically were like the two survivors, Hooper and Brody. They were like, he comes back up from the surface from diving. He's like, Quint, and he's like, no. And they're like, oh, let's just swim back to Amity Island. We're good.
I missed that ride at Universal.
We watched Jaws 2 the other night. And it's very funny. Jaws 2, now Jaws 2 has made my son afraid of the dark, which is odd.
Good.
But Jaws 2 is essentially just a slasher movie.
Yeah.
Which it's like Jaws versus the teenagers.
Well, yeah.
It's like, what teenagers is he going to take out? It's crazy. And then he takes out a helicopter at the end. Anything that moves in the ocean, this Jaws is after.
A helicopter. Is that why in Jurassic Park that Mosasaurus gets it? Is that like a reference? Is Jurassic Park a reference to Jaws?
World.
Spielberg. Spielberg did Jaws, right?
He did.
He did all that good shit back in the
First movie to reach 100 million
70s.
was Jaws.
Summer Really?
Blockbuster. Yeah, of course.
That's
Jaws
wild.
was the. Well, see, I wanted to get back to this real quick, and obviously we're like an hour into the second half of this.
Time
but
is
Jaws,
a construct, man. Yeah.
So this is the best part of Jaws, is like you and I, and everybody else beforehand, Jaws is basically the movie, like the modern movie, the modern blockbuster has turned 50.
Oh, sure.
We're not talking like The Sound of Music or The Wizard of Oz that
Right.
came out in like the 30s.
Right.
Talking about Jaws, this is the point of reference. You and I were
popcorn
born like 8 years later.
Right.
And it's like, it's wild.
Yeah.
That Jaws has turned 50.
It is. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy that this movie is so
Star Wars
old.
is next. If we make it for 2 years, Star Wars will be next. Alien will be right after it. It's going to be like, this is crazy. So these are the movies. These are our movies.
These are our
turning
movies.
50.
Yeah.
So the point of reference is a little bit more like involved. So it's funny to see like Jaws, like be like Jaws everything, and be living in Massachusetts and having Martha's Vineyard like an hour away.
Right.
It's like everything is Jaws up here right now. It's wild.
Oh, is it? That's fun.
It's
That's nice.
funny.
They're embracing
Yeah,
it.
everything is Jaws. Massachusetts has turned Jaws.
You know what would be great is if they had a shark come and like actually terrorize a beach. Like I think that would just be nice.
It would be super cool.
It would be a true story. Life imitating art. All right, Bill. This was one for the record books. It's gonna be hard to top. It's gonna be some books. I don't know. All right, you got anything else? Any other profound?
I said everything I wanted to say.
Everything I want to say.
This episode was brought to you by Jaws Wine.
Jaws Wine.
I'm sure it was.
The Vineyard. It's
Maybe
from
we'll crack
Martha's
this one
Vineyard.
I'm gonna buy another one of this white. Damn it!
Yeah,
every
you
week.
seem to enjoy that.
Keep going. I know. I see now.
Every week.
I complain about my wife every week with the wine, and now it's like
she knows what. She knows what's
she's
up.
cracked the code.
She did.
Now I get it.
Life code. How to survive life. Just be drunk.
Damn it! Every night is just fun.
Is everything's fun with you, Jack? Yeah, you're good. Wait till you
Fudge.
learn about those gummies. Well, you're gonna be whoa. All right, everybody.
I hate it when my wife is right.
It's the worst. I know it is the worst. We don't want to grow up, clearly, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
I still wanna be a Toys R Us.